Episode 25, Rebuilding the Mind. The December series. Day 25, Rebuilding the Mind. The Scarecrow in the Wizard of Oz believed he had no brain. He stumbled through Oz, apologizing for his lack of intelligence, calling himself foolish, dismissing his own ideas, doubting every thought he had. But here is the truth. The Scarecrow was the wisest character in the entire story. He solved problems, he strategized, he came up with plans when everyone else was stuck, but he could not see it, because someone told him he had no brain, and he believed them. This is what narcissistic abuse does to your mind. It convinces you that you cannot think clearly, that your perceptions are wrong, that your logic is flawed, that your intelligence is inadequate, and after enough repetition, you believe it. You start second-guessing every thought, doubting every decision, apologizing for your opinions, dismissing your own insights, just like the Scarecrow. But here is what you need to understand. You never lost your brain. The narcissist just convinced you that you did. In the Matrix, this is what the Matrix does to every human plugged in. It controls their perception of reality. It tells them what is real and what is not. It programs their thoughts. It limits their understanding. It keeps them from seeing the truth. And they accept it, because they do not know there is another way to think. They do not know their minds are capable of more. They do not know they are living in a prison built inside their own heads. This is what narcissistic abuse does. It builds a prison inside your mind. A prison made of doubt, confusion, self-blame, distorted logic, and you do not even realize you are trapped. Because the narcissist convinced you that this is just how your mind works, that you are naturally confused, naturally forgetful, naturally illogical, naturally wrong. But you are not. Your mind was hijacked. And now, it is time to take it back. Here is what narcissistic abuse does to your mind. First, it fragments your thinking. Before the abuse, you could think in straight lines. You could process information logically. You could make decisions with confidence. But the narcissist introduced chaos. They contradicted themselves constantly. They said one thing and did another. They rewrote history. They denied reality. And your brain tried to make sense of it. Your brain tried to create a coherent narrative. But there was no coherent narrative, because the narcissist was not operating from logic. They were operating from manipulation. And your mind fractured trying to reconcile the contradictions. Dr. George Simon, in his work on manipulative personalities, explains that this is intentional. The narcissist keeps you confused on purpose, because a confused mind cannot make clear decisions. A confused mind cannot see the truth. A confused mind is easier to control. Second, it destroys your self-trust. The narcissist gaslighted you. They told you that what you saw did not happen, that what you heard was not said, that what you felt was not valid. And at first you pushed back. You said, "No, I remember it differently." But they insisted. They were so confident, so certain, so convincing. And eventually, you started to doubt yourself. Maybe I did misremember. Maybe I am being too sensitive. Maybe I am the problem. And once you stopped trusting your own perceptions, the narcissist had complete control. Because if you cannot trust your own mind, you have to trust theirs. In The Wizard of Oz, the Scarecrow constantly defers to others. He asks Dorothy what to do. He asks the wizard for a brain. He does not trust his own thinking, even though his thinking is the sharpest in the group. This is what happens when someone convinces you that your mind is defective. You stop trusting yourself. You start looking outside yourself for answers. You start believing that everyone else knows better than you. Third, it creates cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is when you hold two conflicting beliefs at the same time, and your brain cannot reconcile them, so it creates intense psychological distress. In narcissistic abuse, this looks like, he says he loves me, but he treats me terribly. She says she cares, but she never shows up for me. They say I am the problem, but I am the one trying to fix things. Your brain knows something is wrong, but the narcissist keeps telling you everything is fine, or that you are the one making it wrong, and your brain splits. Part of you knows the truth. Part of you believes the lie, and you cannot integrate the two. So you live in constant mental confusion, constant internal conflict, constant exhaustion from trying to make sense of what does not make sense. Dr. Leon Festinger, who coined the term cognitive dissonance, found that people will go to extreme lengths to reduce this discomfort. They will change their beliefs. They will rewrite their memories. They will deny reality, just to make the conflicting information align. And this is what you did in the relationship. You changed your beliefs to match the narcissist's version of reality. You rewrote your memories to fit their narrative. You denied what you saw to keep the peace. Not because you were weak, but because your brain was trying to survive the dissonance. Fourth, it creates brain fog. You could not think clearly. You could not remember things. You could not focus. You walked into rooms and forgot why you were there. You started sentences and could not finish them. You felt like your mind was covered in a thick haze. This is not a coincidence. This is what chronic stress does to the brain. When you are in a constant state of hypervigilance, your prefrontal cortex shuts down, the part of your brain responsible for executive function, for planning, for decision-making, for memory, and your amygdala takes over, the part of your brain responsible for survival. You are not thinking clearly because your brain is in survival mode. It is not concerned with clarity. It is concerned with staying alive. Fifth, it makes you overthink everything. You analyzed every word the narcissist said, every facial expression, every tone of voice, trying to predict their mood, trying to avoid their anger, trying to figure out what they wanted. Your mind became a constant loop of analysis. What did they mean by that? Did I do something wrong? How can I fix this? What should I say? This is called hypervigilance, and it is exhausting. Your brain was not designed to operate at this level of constant analysis. It was designed to rest, to process, to think clearly and calmly. But the narcissist kept you in a state of constant mental alertness, because a mind that is always analyzing is a mind that is too tired to see the truth. Sixth, it convinced you that you are the problem. The narcissist projected their dysfunction onto you. They called you crazy, overly emotional, too sensitive, illogical, irrational. And after hearing it enough times, you believed it. You started to think, maybe I am the problem. Maybe my thinking is distorted. Maybe I am the narcissist. This is the ultimate mind game, because once you believe you are the problem, you stop questioning them. You stop trusting yourself. You stop seeking the truth. You just try to fix yourself. In The Matrix, Cypher says, ignorance is bliss. This is what the narcissist wants you to believe, that it is easier to just accept their version of reality, that it is easier to stop questioning, that it is easier to just go along. But ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is imprisonment, and your mind was made for more than that. Spiritually, this mirrors the serpent in the Garden of Eden. In Genesis chapter 3, the serpent does not attack Eve physically. He attacks her mind. He plants a seed of doubt. Did God really say? He makes her question what she knows to be true. He twists the truth just enough to create confusion. And once her mind is compromised, the rest follows. This is the narcissist's primary weapon. Not physical violence, not overt cruelty, mental manipulation. They make you question what you know. They twist the truth just enough to create doubt. And once your mind is compromised, they control everything else. But here is the good news. Your mind can be rebuilt. The scarecrow never needed the wizard to give him a brain. He already had one. He just needed to recognize it, to trust it, to use it. And so do you. Here is how to rebuild your mind. First, acknowledge the damage. You are not imagining it. Your mind was attacked. Your thinking was fragmented. Your self-trust was destroyed. This is not your fault. This is what narcissistic abuse does. And acknowledging it is the first step to healing it. Second, start questioning everything the narcissist told you about yourself. They said you were crazy. Were you? Or were you reacting to crazy-making behavior? They said you were too sensitive. Were you? Or were you responding appropriately to mistreatment? They said you could not think clearly. Could you not? Or were they deliberately confusing you? Write down every negative thing the narcissist said about your mind. And next to each one, write the truth. Third, practice trusting your perceptions again. Start small. When you have a thought, do not immediately dismiss it. When you have a feeling, do not immediately question it. When you remember something, do not immediately doubt it. Your perceptions are valid. Your thoughts are real. Your memories are accurate. You do not need anyone else to confirm them. Fourth, reduce the cognitive dissonance. Stop trying to make the narcissist's behavior make sense. It does not make sense. It never will. They are not operating from logic. They are operating from disorder. And you cannot logic your way through disorder. Accept that their behavior was irrational. Accept that their words did not match their actions. Accept that there is no coherent narrative, and let it go. Fifth, clear the brain fog. Get out of survival mode. Your brain needs to know you are safe now. Sleep. Eat nourishing food. Move your body. Spend time in nature. Limit overstimulation. Give your prefrontal cortex time to come back online. Sixth, stop overthinking. You do not need to analyze everything anymore. The narcissist is gone. You do not need to predict their moods. You do not need to walk on eggshells. You do not need to figure out what they want. You can rest your mind now. Seventh, reclaim your intelligence. You are not stupid. You are not illogical. You are not incapable of clear thinking. You were manipulated by someone who made confusion their weapon, but you are out now, and your mind is sharp. Start using it again. Read books. Learn new things. Solve problems. Make decisions. Trust your intellect. Eighth, practice discernment. Your mind was trained to accept lies. Now, train it to recognize truth. When someone tells you something, pause. Does this align with their actions? Does this feel true in your body? Does this match reality? You do not have to accept everything you are told. You can think critically. You can question. You can discern. Ninth, set boundaries around your mental space. Not everyone gets access to your thoughts. Not everyone gets to influence your thinking. Not everyone gets to tell you who you are. Protect your mind like you would protect your home. Only let in what is true, what is healthy, what is life-giving. 10th, give yourself time. Your mind will not rebuild overnight. There will be days when the fog returns, days when you doubt yourself, days when you feel confused. This is normal. Healing is not linear. Be patient with yourself. In Proverbs chapter 4 verse 7, Solomon writes, "Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding." This is your assignment now. Get wisdom. Get understanding, not from the narcissist, not from the people who doubted you, not from the voices that told you that you were confused. From God, from truth, from your own clear, sharp, intelligent mind. The scarecrow never needed the wizard's diploma to prove he had a brain. He had a brain the entire time. He just needed to stop believing the lie that he didn't. And so do you. You have a mind. A brilliant, capable, discerning mind. The narcissist tried to convince you otherwise, but they were wrong. You were never the problem. Your thinking was never defective. Your perceptions were never distorted. You were just trapped in someone else's distortion. And now, you are free. Free to think clearly. Free to trust yourself. Free to use the mind God gave you. In Romans chapter 12 verse 2, Paul writes, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." This is your transformation, the renewing of your mind, the reclaiming of your thoughts, the rebuilding of your mental clarity. You are not the scarecrow stumbling through Oz anymore. You are the scarecrow who realizes he solved every problem, who realizes he was the smartest one all along, who realizes the only thing he was missing was the belief in himself. And now, you believe. You trust your mind. You trust your thoughts. You trust your perceptions. You are awake. You are clear. You are free. Tomorrow, day 26, rebuilding the heart. The Tin Man thought he had no heart, but he felt everything. Episode 25 is complete. This one focuses on the mental warfare of narcissistic abuse and how to reclaim your clarity, logic, and self-trust. The scarecrow metaphor works perfectly because survivors often feel like they've lost their mind, when really they were just gaslit into doubting it. Ready for episode 26, Rebuilding the Heart? This one will explore emotional restoration, the Tin Man's journey, and how to feel again without fear of being drained.